Morning students, today we are going to revise our chapter 5, that is tables and hyperlinks in HTML. Go through the video carefully, and if you are having any doubt, please ask me. So let's start.
Chapter 5, Tables and Hyperlinks in HTML. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext refers to the way by which the web pages are linked together, and markup language describes how the HTML works. To create an HTML web page, we use Notepad program, right? And you have to save the file using .html or .htm extension. So after creating the Notepad program, you have to save the file by using the extension of .html or .htm. Then we learn basic HTML structure. So there are 4 sets of tags we are using for basic HTML structure. They are HTML pair of tags, header tags, title tags, and body tags. Okay, so for creating a web page, first of all we have to start with HTML tag. Then you have to open the header tag. Then you have to open the title tag. Then give a name for your title. You have to enter the title name. Okay, then you have to close the title tag. Then close the header tag. Then you have to open the body tag. So within this body pair of tags, we will enter different tags. So that will create the contents of the web page. So whatever contents you want to display on the web page, for creating that content, we will use different tags within these body tags. Okay. So after the body tag, you have to close the HTML tag. Okay. So I have told you within the body tags, we will use different tags for creating the content of the page or body of the web page. Okay. So what are the things you can enter on a web page? You can enter text, right? You can enter images, or you can insert tables. Okay. So now we will see what are the text formatting tags. From the name itself, it's clear that what is the purpose of these tags. Heading tags for creating a heading for your web page. Okay. So you have to learn the purpose of the tags along with the tags. So these are the heading tags. HN. Okay. Heading. HN is used for representing the heading tags. So you have to use this HN pair of tags. Now to make your text bold, you have to use this bold tags. To make your text in italic, you can use I tag. Okay. To make your text underlined, then you have to use U tags. If you want to strike out your text, then you can use strike tags. If you want to make your text as superscript, then you have to use SUP, sub tags. Okay. If you want to make your text subscript, then you have to use SUB pair of tags. Okay. Now, if you want to start a paragraph, then you have to make P tag. If you want to make your text at the center of the web page, then you have to use this center pair of tag. If you want to break the line, then you have to use this line break tags, BR. Okay, line break, BR tag. If you want to make a horizontal line after the text, then you can use this HR tag, horizontal rule tag. Okay. And we can enter the text in different fonts. Means you can give a color for your text. You can give a size for your text, and also you can give a face. That means font face for your text. Okay. So we can use different attributes for making your text more beautiful. Okay. So if you want to give a particular color for your text, then you can use this font tags along with the attribute. Okay. So how you can use this? You have to open the font tag equal to, you have to enter the color name, in which color you want to display your text. That color you have to enter here. Then close the tag, then close the font tag. Okay. Now if you want to give your text a particular size, then you have to use font size equal to, so you can enter here from 1 to 7. If you are entering 1, then it will be the which is smallest font size. Okay. If you are entering 7, it will be the largest font size. Okay. So you can enter here 1 to 7, any number from 1 to 7, and then you have to close the font tag. Okay. So color you can give for your text. You can set a size for your text. Now you can set font face. In different font faces are available, like Arial, Times New Roman, like chiller, like that. So many texts are available. So here you can enter the font face, which face you want to give for your font. Okay, then you have to close your font tag. Clear? Then we learned bulleted and numbered list. List means set of items. Okay, few items. If you want to if you want to list out some items, you can use this bulleted or numbered list. So you have to list out all the items that you want to display on your web page. For that, we can use list item tags, LI, list item tags. Okay, LI pair of tags. So for listing out the items, you can use this LI pair of tag. Now, if you want to list the items in an ordered manner, then you can use this numbered or ordered list. So OL, ordered list, OL pair of tags are used for numbered list. Okay. Now, if you do not want in a particular order, then you can use this bulleted or unordered list. Okay. So unordered list, UL pair of tags. In the case of numbered list, whatever items you are entering, that will be displayed as in an order, like 1, 2, 3. Okay. So in front of every item, each and every item, there will be the numbers like 1, 2, 3. Or for the first item, it will start with 1, then the item name. For the second item, again 2, then the second item name will display. Then the third item 3, then the third item will display, like that. Okay. So it will be in an ordered manner. In the case of bulleted list, there will not be any numerical or alphabetical representation, only bullets. So these are the bullets like this. Here circle shaped. In so many patterns, the bullets are available. So if you do not want to list your items in an ordered manner, then you can use this bulleted or unordered list. Okay, for that you can use this UL pair of tag, unordered list. Okay. Now let's see the body tags and its attributes. So we learned about different text tags. Now we are going to learn about the body tags and its attributes. BG means background, background color, text and background. Let's see. If you want to give a background color for the body, that means if you want to give a background color for your web page, you can use this BG color tag. Okay, so for that you have to open the body tag and the attribute you have to enter as BG color equal to, then you have to enter the color name here. Here you can see a blue color is given as background, right? So here you have to give blue color. If you want to display blue on your web page, then you have to enter blue. Okay, then you have to close the body tag. So if for setting up a background color for your web page, you can use this BG color attribute along with the body tag. Okay. Now, if you want to give a particular color for your text that you are entering on the body, then you have to use this text attribute along with the body tag. For that, you have to open the body tag, then text equal to enter the color name, which color you want to give for your text. Here I have given white color, so you can enter here white. Okay, then you have to close the body tag. Next, body background. So equal to file name. That means if you want to set any particular image as your background, then you can use this background attribute along with the body tag. For that, you have to open the body tag and background equal to file name. Here file name means image name. Okay, you have to enter the location of the file and you have to enter the image name. Okay, then you have to close the body tag. Understood? So for creating the background color of your web page, you can use this. For setting up a color for your text, you can use this syntax text attribute along with the body tag. And if you want to set a particular image as your background, then you can use this background attribute along with the body tag. Okay. So whenever you are opening the body tag, you have to close the body tag also after entering the syntax, after entering the contents. Okay. Now let's see how to insert images on your web page. Okay. These are the attributes we are using for entering the image image on a web page. SRC represents source, align, alignment, and alternate. Okay, so SRC means this is used to specify the location of the image to be inserted. So in which location your image is available. For specifying that, we are using this SRC attribute. Okay, so how we can use this? The syntax is you have to open the IMG tag. IMG means image. Okay, open the image. So src equal to picture name. So in which location your picture is available, that location you have to enter along with the picture name. Okay, then close the tag, then close the image tag, img tag. Okay, so if you are giving the syntax like this, then a picture will be inserted on your web page. Next, align. To align the image to the right or left of the paragraph. So if you want to align your image to the right of the paragraph, then you have to use the syntax like open the img tag, align equal to right, then close the img tag. Okay, suppose if you want to align the image to the left of the paragraph, then you have to open the img tag, then align equal to left, then close the tag and close the img tag. Okay, next, alt. To display a brief message when the image is pointed to. Suppose the image is not available in the defined location, then you can display a brief message over there. For example, here img source equal to picture name. This is the syntax for inserting an image, right? But if the image is not available in the defined location, then you can provide a message over here. And the syntax is alt equal to message. So whatever text you are entering here, that text will be appear on your web page. Okay. For example, image not available. If I am entering a text like that, then the image, instead of that image, this message will be displayed on that web page. Okay. So close the tag after that. Then you have to close the img tag. Understood? So this is how you can insert image on your web page. Next, tables in HTML. Now we learned how to insert text and we learned about different text formatting tags. Then we learned how to insert images and we learned body tags also. Now we are going to learn tables in HTML. So how to insert table in HTML. Okay, so for inserting a table, we have to use this table pair of tags. Okay. For inserting a row in the table, we have to use this tr pair of tags. For inserting a cell in the table, we have to use td pair of tags. D represents data. Okay. And for creating table headings, we have to use th pair of tags. Table heading. Okay. Next, some attributes of the table tag. So we can use different attributes along with the table tag for making the table more beautiful. Suppose if I want to set up a width for my table, then I can use this table width equal to n. This tag. Okay, you have to open the table tag and width equal to n. Close the tag and you have to close the table tag also. So otherwise you can use this index, open the table tag, then width equal to n percentage. So you can create the width in percentage also. Okay, suppose if I am entering here 50%, then 50% of your web page will be covered by this table width. Okay, like that you can set a particular height for your table. For that, again the format or syntax is same only. You have to open the table tag height equal to n, or you can use this index. You have to open the table tag, then height equal to n percentage. Okay, next if you want to set up a border for your table, you can use this syntax. You have to open the table tag, then you have border equal to n. Here also n represents the number of pixels. Okay, suppose if you are not providing any border value, then your table will not show or it will not display any borders on the web page. Okay, but the spacing will be there. Next, if you want to give a particular background color for your table, you can use this syntax. That is, you have to open the table tag, then bg color equal to color name. Here you have to enter which color you want to give as background color for your table. Then close the tag. Then align. If you want to for aligning the table to right or left or center of the web page, you can use this align attribute along with the table tag. For that, you have to open the table tag, then align equal to alignment. Instead of alignment, you have to enter here right, left or center. Okay. Our last topic is creating hyperlinks using anchor tags. So hyperlinks are the string of text or images. If you click on that hyperlinks, it will lead to other web page. Okay, so we are using this a pair of tags. These are known as anchor tags. Okay, for creating the hyperlink. And we can create hyperlink to web pages, and also we can create hyperlink to email address. So if we create hyperlinks to web page, what will happen? This hyperlink will open to other web page. Okay. Now here, if you are clicking on this hyperlink, it will open to a email address. Okay. Now let's see how to use this. For creating hyperlinks to web pages, this is the syntax. You have to open the anchor tag, then href. Here h represents hyperlink and reference. Hyperlink reference equal to URL. So URL will be any search engines like Google, Yahoo. Okay. So if you are entering here the Google, then that will be the URL. Okay, close the tag, then text for the link. Whatever text you are entering here, that will be displayed on your web page. So this URL will not display anything, any other thing will not display. Only the text for the link, whatever you are entering here, that will be displayed on your web page. Then you have to close the anchor tag. So on your web page, the text for the link will be displayed. You have to click on that text only. So that what will happen, it will open to this URL, whatever URL you have given here. So to that web page only this link will be opening. Okay. For creating hyperlinks to email address, this is the syntax. You have to open the anchor tag href equal to mail to make which mail you have to link. So that address you have to enter here. Then text for the link, here also you have to enter some text. That text will be displayed on your web page. Okay, then you have to close the anchor tag. So what will happen, that text, if you click on that hyperlink or text, it will open to the email address that you have entered here. Okay, so this is the way you have to create hyperlink using the anchor tags. So children, that's all about our chapter 5, tables and hyperlinks in HTML. So in this chapter, you have to learn about different tags and its attributes and the purpose of the tags and attributes, okay, and how to use that, means the syntax of the tags. Okay, all these things are very important and you have to learn this. So if you are having any doubt from this chapter, you can ask me. Thank you.